In this video in the SpaceEngine Planetarium, I'll head to the Andromeda Galaxy to search for life. You'll see 5 amazing worlds where life exists. Before you is the Andromeda Galaxy. I found the first planet with life in this part of the galaxy. Let's fly to it and take a closer look. Multicellular life exists on this planet, both in the seas and on land. This is a warm marine terra with life. Its diameter is 12,790 kilometers, and its mass is 0.98 Earth masses. A day here lasts 3 Earth days, and the axial tilt is 6 degrees. Liquid water is present on the surface. The atmosphere is very dense and consists mainly of nitrogen, water vapor, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Surface pressure exceeds 41 atmospheres, and the average temperature is extremely high for life, about 136 degrees Celsius. I landed right away in such a beautiful spot. We can see a river down there, and here we can already observe life on the surface of this planet. This is what it looks like here, and right nearby I see another type of vegetation. It looks like some red and green leaves are lying there. I've hidden the atmosphere and clouds. You can appreciate the appearance of this planet. As we can see, land mostly predominates here, and I found such a beautiful place on this planet. There's just vegetation here, like some kind of flowers, and it looks great. Let's look at the sky. It looks like 2 stars are shining because of that silhouette, like there are 2 stars there. Yeah, this planet is in a binary star system. There are 2 orange dwarfs here, and this planet with life is the first in the system. And this is what it's like at night. We can see the planet's rings. It has these thin rings, and besides them, there are 11 moons. We can already see some of them. Here's a large moon. It's in full phase and very clearly visible from the surface. We can see more small moons, and from here we can also see our Milky Way galaxy. I'll zoom in. Basically, this is the galaxy. Let's fly on to the second world. Here, life exists only in the atmosphere, that is, in the air and in multicellular form. This is the moon of a gas giant, a warm desert terra with life. Its diameter is 7,950 kilometers, and its mass is 0.26 Earth masses. A solar day here lasts 12.5 hours, and the axial tilt is 0 degrees. The moon has a thin atmosphere consisting of oxygen, water vapor, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. Surface pressure is only 0.015 thousandths of an atmosphere. The average temperature is very high, about 203 degrees Celsius. Despite such extreme conditions, multicellular life exists in the atmosphere of this world. And here is the surface. We see a greenish atmosphere and the gas giant that this moon orbits, and basically we see a very bright and close star. We're in a binary star system with 2 red dwarfs, orbiting one of the stars around a gas giant. And this gas giant, by the way, is the first in the system. The surface is desert-like and lifeless, but there is life in the air. Let's head up and check where the temperature might be normal around here. Well, I'm in the upper atmosphere, and it's still about 100 degrees Celsius here. Somehow, multicellular life has managed to adapt right here. We can also see active volcanoes on this moon. You can see 3 of them right there. Now, let's watch the sunset on this moon. Night has fallen, and we can take in the night sky. We have a great view of the gas giant. We're orbiting quite close to it, actually. And since we're in a star cluster, the view at night is just beautiful. And take a look over here. The entire Andromeda Galaxy is visible from here. And there's an aurora, too. Just an incredible place. I'll switch to auto mode now. This is how the gas giant looks in this mode. And here's another view from space. Let's fly to the next planet. There are liquid lakes on its surface, and multicellular life lives both in these waters and on land. This is a temperate lacustrine terra with life. Its diameter is 12% larger than Earth's, and its mass exceeds Earth's by 43%. A day on this planet lasts 14.5 hours, and its axial tilt is 25 degrees. Liquid water is present on the surface, and the atmosphere consists mainly of nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. The surface pressure is 0.48 atmospheres, and the average temperature is a very comfortable 15 degrees Celsius. I've landed in this spot at Randling. It's mostly desert here, roughly speaking, and there's a river not far from here. And I can see vegetation right here. Look, I've zoomed in. There's this purple-blue vegetation. You can even see little flowers. And there's the river below. Let's head down to it. There's quite a drop down to the river, but I've made it down. We can see the river and this wonderful view. By the way, we can see the star. We're in a binary star system again, but here we have a white dwarf dwarf and a red dwarf, and we're orbiting both stars at once. And this planet is also the first in the system. This is how the planet looks in auto mode. Now I've hidden the atmosphere and clouds to see how it looks. I'll also turn up the ambient light to see all sides. We can see these large liquid lakes here, and there are smaller lakes too, but in this part of the planet there are very few lakes. Most of the water is concentrated right here. We can see such a diverse surface. There are green areas, more yellowish areas, and even what look like icy spots. Yes, that's right. Let's descend into these yellow areas, for example. Did you think this was a desert? No, it's a unique kind of life here. And if we go down to these green areas, I think you can guess that we'll find life more familiar to us. Well, yes, there it is. You can see for yourself, green vegetation. But besides this life, we also saw, remember that purple-blue life? And here you see it's even more turquoise, I'd say. Now, I'm on the dark side, so let's take a look at the night sky here. Here we see one moon. This moon, by the way, is almost 4,000 kilometers in diameter, and this planet actually has as many as 10 moons. And so we just saw the largest one. The others are smaller, but there's one at 900 kilometers and one at 1,800. And now I see two more moons. There's this one with a diameter of 1,800, and right next to it, one that's 915 kilometers. I've set it to auto mode. This is how they look in this MOE. And here is that moon, the largest one. And the next planet is a real super-Earth. It's significantly larger than Earth and several times more massive. However, life here exists only in the oceans, while the land remains lifeless. This is a warm oceanic Super-Terra with life. Its diameter is 19,000 kilometers, which is 49% larger than Earth's, and its mass is 4.71 times that of Earth. A day on this planet lasts only 10.5 hours, and its axial tilt reaches 63 degrees. Therefore, the world is heavily tilted relative to its orbit. On the surface, there are oceans of liquid water and a very dense atmosphere, consisting mainly of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, and water vapor. The surface pressure reaches 77 atmospheres. That's extremely high by the standards of life as we know it, and the average temperature on the planet is about 58 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, there's a liquid ocean and such a dense atmosphere that you can't see anything through it at all. I'll try to fly along the horizon like this, and maybe we'll find some land somewhere. No, it's just all ocean here too. And right away, the large moon of this planet catches our eye. And you see, it's a vast ocean everywhere. Let's try something else. I'll hide the atmosphere and clouds again, and now we can immediately evaluate the surface of this planet. We see that it's mostly oceans, but there is some land. Though there is no life on that land, let's descend somewhere around here. And here we see a landscape like this. Essentially a desert surface and those same dense clouds, but we can see the star through them. We're orbiting in a binary star system again. And in this system, there's a white star and a yellow dwarf. We're orbiting the yellow dwarf, and this planet is the fourth in the system. And so I'm on the dark side, and here we see another star still shining. And there we see the white star. Well, I take it it's heading for sunset. Let's go ahead and watch the sunset. And now, a full night sky. And here we see the moons of this planet. Here we see such a large moon, 5,100 kilometers in diameter. And this planet actually has 11 moons. And once again, we're looking at the largest one. But there's at least one more large moon here, 3,000 kilometers in diameter. I had to move to see it. And now two of this planet's large moons are visible in one place. And then there's this white star too. I played around with the exposure some more, and this is how I managed to set up the view of these moons. What do you think? And by the way, not far from this system, there's a cluster like this. Actually, it's not even a cluster, it says Galaxy M32. Next, another super-Earth awaits us, but this one has unusual, exotic, multicellular life. Life on this planet exists both in the water and on the land. This is a cold, lake-filled Superaquaria with life. Its diameter is 51% larger than Earth's, and its mass is 3 times greater. A day here lasts 14.5 hours, and the axial tilt is 45 degrees. The age of this planet's a whopping 9 billion years. The main feature of this world is its liquid lakes of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. It wasn't this unusual environment that exotic life first emerged. The atmosphere here is also dense and consists mainly of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The surface pressure is nearly 4 atmospheres. The average temperature on the planet is extremely low, about -171 degrees Celsius. Despite such harsh conditions, this world has become home to exotic multicellular life. Here I am on the surface of this planet, and we see this body of liquid nitrogen or carbon monoxide. Actually, it doesn't look like water, it's kind of greenish. And in these waters, somewhere in there, is multicellular life, just like on the land we see now. Well, let's go look for this life. What is this? Well, that doesn't look like life. Yeah, that's not life, guys. I'm in some mountains here. I need to find a flatter spot. Well, no luck so far. I only feed desert, so I'll hide the atmosphere in clouds. Let's look at the surface in more detail. Well, we see these liquid lakes, and overall, the surface is quite interesting and diverse. There are even these purple areas. What do we have here? If you look closer, they seem more pink than purple. But specifically in this spot, I don't see any life. But if we go down over there, actually, here's the life, guys. I found it. It's all pink like this here. Look at it. Unusual place. And this is how everything looks here. Clouds passing by, and we can even see this planet's moon. Here, we have a single star system, and this star is a red dwarf, and we're in orbit around it. And this planet is the 5th in the system. Besides the vast lakes, there are also many rivers here. I found this beautiful spot by a river in the mountains, and in this spot, let's watch the sunset. Night falls, and the first thing we'll see in the sky from this planet is a nebula like this. Yeah, I'm right next to the nebula, and right nearby you can see another nebula. Even 2 nebulae in the night sky. The disk of the Andromeda Galaxy. The Milky Way is clearly this wall. This planet has 5 moons, but they're small. Well, one of them is very close to the planet, and here it is. Its diameter is 302 kilometers. It orbits very close to us at a distance of 11,500 kilometers. In auto mode, it looks like this. These are the worlds with life I've managed to find in the Andromeda Galaxy. And which of these planets did you like the most? Be sure to leave a comment about it. And if you found the video interesting, don't forget to leave a like. Thank you very much.